Hello everyone. In today's session we are going to learn a topic triangle. Now let us recap what we have learned in the ninth standard. In the ninth standard we have seen if two triangles stand on the same base and between the same parallel line, then area of those triangles are equal. In this figure, this blue color triangle and this reddish color triangle stands on the same base. They lies between these two parallel lines. This is one and this is another one. So area of these triangles are equal. So what we conclude here, if two triangle lies on the same base and between the same parallel line, then the area of those two triangles are always equal. Now let us learn the first theorem, that is basic proportionality theorem, which is also known as Thales theorem. What this theorem states, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in a distinct point, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. A triangle ABC in which D is drawn parallel to BC, point D lies on AB and E lies on the AC. And we have to prove that AD upon DB equals to AE upon EC. For this purpose, we have to consider three triangles, that is triangle ADE as the first triangle, triangle DEB as the second triangle, triangle DEC is the third triangle. Now, we'll write the area of triangle ADE. Area of triangle ADE is, we know, area of triangle formula is half into base into height. So half base I have considered as this AD, whatever we want to prove here, AD, and as per the figure, this perpendicular is DT. DT is a height. So half into AD into height DT. Now we'll go to the second triangle, triangle DEB. In triangle DEB, again half, then base will consider this DB. Base DB, same height DT will consider. Same height DT, this perpendicular will consider as a height. Now the next step is, I am going to divide first step by second. That is area of triangle ADE is divided by area of triangle DEB. Means half into AD into DT upon half into DB into DT. This I wrote down, denominator. Now here half is a common. So half will go. dt is a common, dt will cancel. So AD upon dB is a first. So AD upon dB is the first our conclusion. Now similarly we have to show triangle 1 and 3rd we have to consider now. Triangle and 1 that is ADE and DEC. Now what I do, same way means I wrote here similarly. In the same way we are going to write area of triangle first ADE upon area of triangle DEC, that is third triangle, is equals to half. Base I will consider as AE and height is same DT. Then half into denominator, the base will be EC. This EC I will select into same height DT. Now again half is a common factor. Half and half will get divided. DT divide DT. What is left is AE upon EC. So this is our second conclusion. Now in the recap we have seen two triangles on the same base and between same parallel are equal. Now in this figure, triangle DEB and triangle DEC. Can you see triangle DEB and triangle DEC? Both are on the same base DE. Both are on the same base DE and between parallel D and BC. Between parallel line D and BC. So area of triangle I can write. Area of triangle DEB, what I wrote here, DEB is equals to area of triangle DEC. So this is our third conclusion. Because what is the reason? They are triangle on the same base and between same parallel line. So this is our third conclusion. If we consider first, second, third conclusion, we got that ratio of this ratio equals to this, means area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle DEB is equals to area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle DEC. So from all the steps we can conclude directly that AD upon DB is equals to AE upon EC. Now let us learn the Pythagoras theorem. In a right angle, what this Pythagoras theorem states? In a right angle, the square on the hypotenuse is equals to the sum of the squares on the other two sides. Now, let us take the help of this figure. In this figure, ABC, angle B is a 90 degree. So, side opposite to 90 degree is AC here. So, AC is the longest side here and we call it as a hypotenuse. Side opposite to 90 degree, you always call it as a hypotenuse. So, in this figure, AC is a hypotenuse, whereas AB and BC are the two perpendicular sides, which one will consider as a base and other will consider as a height. So, here BC as a base and AB as a height. Now, what this Pythagoras theorem states that square on AC, that is square on hypotenuse, is always equals to the sum of the squares on the other two sides, that is AB square plus BC square. Now let us, this theorem, this is not there for a proof, only have to use for it as application here only. Now let us apply the theorem in this example. In a right angle triangle, angle B is 90 degree. If AB is 8, this AB is 8 centimeter, BC is 6 centimeter, then we want to find AC. Now, what we'll do here, we know this is a right triangle. Angle B is in 90. So, we'll write directly hypotenuse square, that is AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. Now, we'll substitute the value of AB as a 8 centimeter, BC as a 6. Then get the square. What is 8 square? It is 64. What is 6 square? 36. Now add both. We will get an answer as 100. So here we got AC square as 100. But here we want not AC square, but we want AC. So we have to take the root of 100. AC is what? It is nothing but it is a root of 100. And we know the root of 100 is 10. Let us solve one more example based on the Pythagoras. Such examples are asked for a 1 mark objective question. In a right angle triangle, angle B is 90. If AC is 25, BC is 7, then we want to find AB. In the previous case, they asked us to find us hypotenuse. In this case, the length of the hypotenuse is given and one of the perpendicular side is given. You want to find other side. So, same formula will put, that is hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus side square. So what is a hypotenuse here? AC. AB we don't know, we will write AB as it is. And in place of BC square, we will substitute 7 square. So let us find what is the square of 25? It is 6 to 5. AB will come as it is and 7 square is 49. Now the next step is we have to collect the number on one side. That 6 to 5, this plus 49 will be minus 49. It is equals to AB square. So what we will get after subtracting? We will get minus. After minus 49, we will get 576 as a AB square. And we don't want AB square, but we want AB. So AB square, right? Root of AB square is AB, root of 576. So we have to recall 576 is the square of which number? It is the square of 24. So 24 is the root of 576. So therefore AB is 24. Now let us solve one more problem based on the Pythagoras theorem. Here it is a problem I will read for you. Virat goes 300 meter due east and then 400 meter due north. How far he is from the starting point? Now let us consider this figure. In this figure, Virat starts from point C 300 meters till the point A. From the point A is moved towards the north. North means we have to move towards the top. So 400 meters from A to P, 400 meters. And if it is south, then we would have moved towards the down. North means we moved 400 meter top. So we want to find how far from point P to C, how far from Virat from point P to C. So this is a right triangle. In this right triangle, CP is a hypotenuse. So I wrote CP square equals to CA square plus PAB square. Now CA will substitute 300 square. PA will substitute 400 square. Now what is the square of 3? 3 is 9. So this 20 will be now become 40. So square of 300 is 90,000. Then 400 square. When number ends with a 0, it becomes easy to find the square. Here square of 4 is 16. Now this 20 will write 4 zeros. The answer is square of 400 is 1,60,000. Now add both. After adding both, we conclude that CP square is 2,50,000 square. We don't want CP square, we want CP. So we have to take the root of 2,50,000. So CP is the root of 2,50,000. So how will get CP? We want to take a root of this. So again we'll go logically. What is the root of 25? 5. So from 40 we'll take 2 zeros. So CP is 500 means square of 500 is 2,50,000 and root of 2,50,000 is 500. Now let us recap what we have learned in the 9th standard. In the 9th standard we have seen if two triangles stand on the same base and between the same parallel line, then area of those triangles are equal. In this figure, this blue color triangle and this reddish color triangle stands on the same base. They lies between these two parallel lines. This is one and this is another one. So area of these triangles are equal. So what we conclude here, if two triangles lies on the same base and between the same parallel line, then the area of those two triangles are always equal. Now let us learn how to prove colors of the Pythagoras theorem. Now in this theorem, what is given that I will state you first that what we have to prove. What is given I have already read but still I will explain you here. Here what is given that triangle ABC is given and triangle ABC is given and it is also given that AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. And we want to prove this angle B as a right angle. Angle B is a right angle. For that purpose, another triangle is already drawn here. That is triangle LMN. This is a right triangle. It is drawn in a such a way that AB is equals to LM. This mark here. BC equals to MN. And we want to prove if angle M is 90, then we also want to prove that angle B is also 90. For this, the short way to remember this theorem is PCG. We have to take the help of PCG. PCG means what? We have to write here. Now let us consider first by Pythagoras. By Pythagoras theorem I wrote here. For which triangle we can apply Pythagoras? A triangle which is a right triangle. So here it is LMN is a right triangle. So I will apply Pythagoras for triangle LMN. So triangle LMN in which ln is the hypotenuse. So I will write ln square is equals to lm square plus mn square. That's what I wrote here. Hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus side square, or perpendicular one or perpendicular two side square. Then by construction. By construction means what? By construction means ln will remain the same here. Lm, we have constructed lm which is equals to AB. Lm which is already equals to AB. I mark also here this way. Lm equals to AB. So I will replace Lm by AB. Again I will replace this Mn by BC. Mn by BC. Then this what is given in the statement that I had copied here. That is given AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. This is what is given in the statement. So PCG means by Pythagoras, by construction and by given. Pythagoras we applied for newly constructed triangle. Construction, as per the construction, Lm we replaced by AB, Mn we replaced by BC. Then AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. This statement is given already in the problem. Now from first, second, third statement we conclude here this left hand side L square equals to right hand side AB plus BC square. Again this left hand side AC square equals to right hand side AB square plus BC square, means both the right hand sides are equal here. So left also will be equal. So from this I conclude ln square equals to AC square. If squares are equal, so definitely roots will be equal. So ln equals to AC. Ln is equals to AC. Why we proved ln equals to AC? Since we want to prove triangle ABC is congruent with triangle LMN by side congruency rule. So because of that we have proved ln equals to AC. Now let us prove now ABC, area of triangle ABC or triangle ABC and triangle LMN are congruent. So in triangle ABC and triangle LM, ln equals to AC. This ln equals to AC. We already proved above. That what I have done a copy paste here. Then by construction we know AB equals to LM and BC equals to MN. So by construction. So therefore triangle ABC, this triangle is congruent with triangle LMN by side. This is another side. This is another side. So side congruency rule or congruency test. And if we know the two triangles are congruent, then all the remaining elements are equal. So therefore angle M is equals to angle B because of CP/CT, corresponding part of congruent triangle. Therefore triangle ABC is a right triangle.